Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel where I talk about neurotypical/neurodiverse marriage. So I am the neurotypical with an ASD level 1 husband with low support needs. He has not been formally diagnosed, but nonetheless we both accept that he has it and our son has it. And today I wanted to talk about Yes Week. It's a strange topic, granted. The show Married at First Sight introduced something called Yes Week, and that was where the couples had to do everything the other couples said or suggested or whatever for a week, and then they switch over. And the introduction to this, I guess, was to try to get them to work together and do things together and just, have that sort of quality time, I guess, because some of the suggestions are things like full body massages and picnics and whatever else takes their fancy. So we were watching Married at First Sight, or MAFS as it's known, and I just kind of jokingly said, Yes Week, we should do that one time, ha ha ha, and we laugh about it, right? Hubby and I laugh about it. And he didn't say no, so I thought, okay, I'll mention it a few weeks later and see what happens. I said, what do you think? Should we do Yes Week? And he said, yes. Seemed like a good idea to him. So somehow or another it happens and we start doing Yes Week. And I went first and I did things like, let's wash the car together, let's sit outside and have a drink together. And that might seem unusual, but my husband isn't really big on sitting outside and just relaxing and having some drinks. He doesn't mind having some drinks and sitting outside or relaxing. He's just really bothered by mozzies. And so anytime I want to go outside where the mozzies are, he's kind of like, yeah, nah. So we did that this time because it's Yes Week, so he has to say yes. And cooking together without arguing. Because we argue a lot when we're in the kitchen. It's sort of like one of us wants to be head chef and the other doesn't want to be sous chef. And yeah, I could make an entire video about the crazy arguments we have in the kitchen. So we did that. He had to come in the kitchen and work with me. I was head chef and he had to just say, yes, chef, and help me out and work together without arguing. And it was, I would say, one of the first times that we'd worked together in the kitchen without conflict. And it was nice. I really liked it. It was an enjoyable space. And I feel like he did too. Because after that we sort of started to instigate working together in the kitchen a little bit more. Granted, it's not going as smoothly as it did during Yes Week. But alas, it is what it is. So it was kind of fun doing Yes Week. I tried to think of different things each day. Just things that I thought that might bring us closer together, or try to choose things where we often argue and then sort of suggest that we had to do them without the arguing, just to sort of see how it would go. And it was pleasant. So then it's his turn the following week and nothing happens. And so a couple of days in, I sort of remind him and I say to him, it's your turn for Yes Week. Have you forgotten? Did you remember? Just reminding you sort of thing. And he goes, oh, okay then. And he still doesn't really think of anything. So to cut the story short, I suppose, to get to the point, he did one thing during Yes Week, just one. But it was a really amazing and interesting thing that he chose. We often shower together just because, saves water and such, right? It's usually really a platonic shower together. It's like two mates, maybe not even that, that sounds a bit weird, having a shower together. Anyway, his suggestion for Yes Week was that we wash each other head to toe. So I shampoo and soap him and rinse and all that sort of stuff, and then he reciprocates and does it all for me. So he learned, for example, how I shampoo and condition my hair and things like this. He's like, oh, that's how you do it. Wow, you know. And it was actually a very fun, very sort of friendly, fun experience. It was enjoyable, it was educational. It was just, I thought it was a good suggestion, I really did. But it was the only thing he did. For the entire week that he could have had me say yes to bits and pieces, that was the only thing that he did. And, you know, I'm not begrudging that. I thought he did a good thing. And to be honest, I was a bit afraid of the things he was going to ask me to do. Although we had sort of stipulated at the start, we couldn't ask each other to do anything that the other person would just never want to do. You couldn't just throw some random thing out there. So let's say, for example, my husband would be deathly afraid to go to a clay bath where we'd have to strip down naked, hop in the clay bath and just be covered in clay. And let's say he really hated that and would never do that at any time. Then I would not say to him, let's do that for Yes Week and you have to do it because it's Yes Week. There were stipulations. If somebody vehemently didn't want to do something, they didn't have to. So there were kind of rules around it, which, you know, just sort of keeps it safe. Anyway, so that's how Yes Week went for us. It was a fun experience. I liked it. Did it sort of, I don't know, bring us closer? I mean, the shower experience was nice. And we are now cooking together in the kitchen, which we didn't used to do before because it was World War III. So I guess it had its benefits. And I'm glad that we did it. I'm glad that we gave it a try, because it helps to try these things. And so yes, it was like most other things where I have to instigate and then I have to remind, and we'll probably never do it again, but it was a little fun experience. So maybe give it a shot yourself, see how it goes, see if firstly your partner's up for it, and see, you know, how you feel at the end of those 2 weeks. Did you enjoy the experience? Would you do it again? If you do try it, drop a comment below. I would love to hear from you. And it's just a short one from me today, but I really do appreciate you taking the time to watch this video.